Hi everyone, this is Lady T with Lady T Speaks, bringing you the latest in hip hop, R&B, and entertainment news. Once again, Wendy Williams is in the news, and it's not for something good. As a matter of fact, it's a little sad to hear that she had a relapse. And on NewJersey.com, I'm going to share what they said about the incident yesterday. So, Wendy Williams was rushed to the hospital after being found drunk on Monday, hours after her husband's alleged mistress gave birth, according to a report from page 6, and it is not in a good way. The host of Wendy Williams' show was given IV fluids at the hospital, according to the report, and after a previous page 6 report that her husband, Kevin Hunter, had fathered a child with his mistress, Sharina Hudson. Williams, who lives in Livingston and grew up in Ocean Township, still filmed her show on Tuesday and made no mention of the incident. She left the sober home in Queens where she had been staying at, which led to the search to find her, according to the report, and she's now back at the facility. The show is set to go on a 1 week hiatus next week, though that break was previously scheduled. Wendy is not in a good way. Everyone is so concerned for her. The sad thing is that she's been working so hard to stay sober and she's been so honest in her struggles with all her fans, and this just tipped her over the edge, a source said at page 6. But the fact she still came to the set just shows how strong she's trying to be. Um, the Wendy Williams show has been considerable in recent months. In December, she was on leave from the show because of a shoulder fracture. In January, she announced that she was taking a break to be treated for complication from Graves' disease. She returned in March and brushed off rumors of her husband's infidelity. She then surprised fans just a few days after, saying that she was living in a sober house. The Wendy Williams show is expected to resume production after next week's break, but production staff told Page Six they are taking things one day at a time, which they should. Um, One of the things I'd like to point out is the fact that she is in recovery, and relapse is a part of that process, especially if something triggers. As an addict, you have triggers. Certain things will trigger your reaction, and obviously, by hearing this news about Kevin, it caused her to backslide, to go back. Um, these situations are painful. And anybody who's been in a relationship, you've been cheated on, whether you were married to the person or not, you know how painful it is. So that's painful. And then Kevin is supposed to be have a baby with Sharina. So of course, this is going to affect her. Not only is it affecting Wendy, but it's affecting her son. Nobody's talked about him. How this is affecting him as a young man growing up, watching his parents be together, and we don't know what he saw in his home. And now to see his mother kind of fall apart and his dad like start a new family with someone else. This is difficult, an alleged new family. But sources say that Sharina went to Hahnemann Hospital in Philadelphia. I'm from Philadelphia, so I'm familiar with Hahnemann. It's pretty much blocks away from where I grew up. And somebody at the hospital told. Now they went under an alleged name, but it didn't stop the person from recognizing them and sharing. An employee shared that information. So that's how all of the news outlets got it. And the other thing is that, Wendy is in a codependent relationship, which most addicts typically are in. And so Kevin, he's the one. So it's hard to break those bonds and those ties from him. But she can do it if she stays in the sober living home, if she gets the counseling and the support that she needs around her, she can build herself back up to where she needs to be. It's been done many, many times. I really feel bad for Wendy. We know she's a so-called queen of trash talk, and people are saying that she deserves it. No, you don't. You don't deserve to be cheated on, and it's a bad situation to be an addict. And so, if you know anybody who's an addict, you already know that that is a death sentence for most people. They're living like zombies pretty much because they're not themselves anymore. But she's fighting, and I hope she is successful in her fight. And I hope that she gets out that crazy relationship with Kevin because that's disrespectful. Your wife is in the public eye and you're doing all kind of stuff around her. So of course it's going to affect her. But I'm praying for Wendy. I don't know about y'all, but I am praying for Wendy because she's a human being. She's another sister, and I hate to see anybody go through what she's going through now. So that's my take on it. That's my commentary, and that's my opinion. Wendy, I hope you get out of that situation. Whatever Kevin has over you or you thinking, let him spill the beans so you can move on with your life. Because guess what? We've heard it all. It's nothing that we haven't heard about different people. So you'll be right fine. All right, everyone. This is Lady T with Lady T Speaks, bringing you the latest in hip hop, R&B, and entertainment news. As I often say, make your day great. Live your life on purpose. Take care.